Thank you. Thank you. Well, when I'm here in Miami, I see more people from New York than I see in New York. That's kind of it. I think Yogi Berra taught me that. This is a very, very excited crowd. Now, I think I know why. Because you're sensing victory, aren't you? You see these polls turning around, and you see that all those American people that Hillary Clinton put in the basket, right? Well, I like being in that basket. I mean, we're the forgotten people. We're the people they don't care about. We're the outsiders. They're the ones who have all the power in Washington. And what have they done with it? What have they done with that power? I'll tell you what the Clintons have done with that power. They've made hundreds of millions of dollars with it. She's had her chance. She's had her chance as a senator from New York, in which she accomplished nothing except break her promise to deliver jobs to upstate New York, which she utterly failed at doing. And she had her chance as Secretary of State, and everything in the world was worse after she was Secretary of State than before. She couldn't have failed at more things than any Secretary of State in my lifetime. Look at the conditions in the Middle East. Egypt, perfectly stable and secure. They had to go through a revolution with the Muslim Brotherhood taking over, and then now luckily they have a President Sisi who can stabilize them. But they had to go through many deaths, an awful lot of turmoil, and create a turmoil in the entire region. She advised in removing Gaddafi from Libya. Removing Gaddafi had given up his weapons of mass destruction. Gaddafi basically was neutered in the 1980s by Ronald Reagan. Gaddafi wasn't a threat to anyone outside of his own country, and now the people inside his own country who have taken over are killing a lot more people than he was killing. That's all due to Hillary Clinton. And then she was on television, not during the forum with Mr. Trump a couple of days ago, and she was asked about Libya, and she said no Americans died in Libya. I guess she forgot about our ambassador. I guess she forgot about his aide. I guess she forgot about the two very, very brave men who tried to come to their aid and tried to save them against orders. I guess she's never seen the movie 13 Hours, which, by the way, you should go see. She is directly responsible for what happened. Okay. She is directly responsible for the failure to secure that mission after 600 requests, none of which reached her desk. Now, none of the decisions on the emails reached her desk. None of the decisions on Benghazi reached her desk. She doesn't remember her entrance briefing on how to handle secured information. I remember mine. I remember mine in 1981. I remember my exit briefing when I left the Justice Department. How come I can remember it and she can't? What? You know why? Because she's not telling the truth. That's why. Because she never tells the truth. The other day she had pneumonia. She went up to a little girl and kissed her. Not only that, as she walked out of her daughter's apartment, and this is perfect Hillary Clinton. As she walked out of her daughter's apartment, knowing that 3 days earlier she had been diagnosed with pneumonia, she was asked by a person, "How do you feel?" She said, "I feel wonderful." You know what? You know what I learned in Catholic school? That's called a lie. She didn't know that C, parenthesis, on a government document means confidential, because she thought they were in alphabetical order. No one bothered to ask her, which will give you an idea of how incompetent the FBI investigation was and the Justice Department investigation. If I were conducting that investigation, you know what my next question would be. Did you ever see an A or a B or a D or an F? And maybe when you didn't see the A, B, D, and F, you'd figure out that C meant, on a sensitive government document, confidential information. Now, if she really didn't know it because she couldn't remember her entrance briefing, then she's too dumb to be president. She must really think we're idiots, right? She must think we're all, well, actually, she told us she thinks we're idiots, right? She must really think we're stupid to accept this. Now, all during the time that Hillary Clinton has been resting in July, I think she made 3 appearances or 4 in August, I'm sorry. All the time she's been resting, Donald Trump has been campaigning day in and day out, sometimes 12, 14 hours a day. And he hasn't just been campaigning. Instead of doing what she's doing, which is putting on these vicious, nasty, personal attacks on Donald Trump, which is what the Clintons do all the time, vicious, nasty, horrible, negative campaigning, Donald Trump has been laying out position after position, lowering taxes, increasing the size of our military, renegotiating NAFTA, securing our border, child care. And I know for sure that a President Trump would never have made the agreement with Cuba that President Obama did. Just like he wouldn't have given up the nuclear defense of the Czech Republic and Poland and gotten nothing in return. Hillary Clinton, by the way, made that stupid deal. Donald Trump will make deals in the best interests of the United States of America, and when the deals aren't, he will be able, like Ronald Reagan, he'll be able to walk out. And you know what happens when you walk out and you represent a powerful America with an enhanced military like he wants? They're going to come back to the table on your terms. Clinton doesn't understand this, and Obama doesn't understand it. Who's going to be our next president? Are we going to win Florida? Are we going to win big? Yes! Thank you.
Today, I want to be part of it. New York, New York, these vagabond shoes want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time is different. Darling, you're saying you gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You gotta tell me you're coming back to me. You said we're through before